with the Oscars due to be announced today, here's my ranking of the Best Picture nominees. In last place, and probably this comes as no surprise, it's Emilia Perez. I thought it was an uninspired movie and not one that I really want to watch again. I think it's the worst of the Best Picture nominations. I have The Substance next. I think, for me, not my type of movie, and it's not a bad movie, but it's not my cup of tea, and that's why I put it down this low. Next, I have The Brutalist. This one probably comes as a surprise. I just think it's a movie that does not justify its extremely long runtime, and I found it quite boring, to be honest, but the cinematography and direction is fantastic. But even that, I think, gets tired in the second half. This one, again, might come as a surprise, but a complete unknown to the next one for me. I think it's a good movie, but I actually think it's not James Mangold's greatest movie. I went into it knowing a little bit about Bob Dylan, and I came out of it knowing the same amount about Bob Dylan. He had a basic rise, wasn't troubling, wasn't difficult. And I thought it was just an okay movie, but Timothée Chalamet is amazing in this role. So next up is Nickel Boys. Really, really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really good. Took me by surprise. Was not expecting it to be as good as it was. But I think it's just not as good as the other nominees that are higher up on this list for me. This is where things really start to get tough. And they're all pretty much similar standard for me. But I'm Still Here's next for me. I did really enjoy it. And I think it's a really great performances in this movie. But just not as good as the other ones in this list. And that's a shame because it's a really good movie. Next on the list we have Conclave. And this was really, really, really tough for me, because I was not expecting Conclave to be as good as it was, but I was instantly hooked from the score to the editing, and I just think it was a really well performed movie. The twist at the end, though, did ruin it for me a little bit. I thought the movie was good enough and strong enough without it, and I think it could be higher on this list if it wasn't for that twist at the end. Now we have our top three, and coming in third for me is Wicked. I just had a really good time watching this movie. I loved the musical, and I really enjoyed the movie. I thought Ariana Grande took me by surprise, and same with Cynthia Erivo. I thought they were both really good in their roles. So yeah, this one's number 3 for me. Coming in second place, in my opinion, is Dune Part 2. This one might come as a surprise, but I really enjoyed this movie, especially as I did not enjoy the first one as much as others did. But this one took me by surprise. I thought it was brilliant. The cinematography, the editing, the score, just absolutely everything was fantastic. It's an epic movie which deserves so much more accolades than it's been getting. And it's a shame, but I honestly think Dune Part 2 is the second best movie of the year for me in the Best Picture nominations. And it's painful to say that because it is really, really good, but for me the number 1 pick is definitely slightly better than this. Then coming in at number 1 in terms of the Best Picture and what I think will win Best Picture, because I think it's just the best movie out of all the nominees this year, is Anora. I just had a really great time with this. It was a non-stop riot. It was a laugh. I found it hilarious. It was really well acted. Michael Madison is a force of nature in this movie, and I just really, really enjoyed it. Just talking about it brings a smile to my face. I think Nora is the Best Picture winner for me, and I don't see it any other way. I think it deserves the win, and I just love this movie so much. And yeah, this is my number 1 pick for the nominees this year.